Hi there. I know a lot of you guys have heard me talk about how, how your brain works and how you get more of what you focus on. And sometimes that's easy to believe, and sometimes it doesn't seem quite so obvious. But here's something that occurred to me this morning, and I just really think it's important to share it. We have, miracles and manifestations happening in our lives every single day, repeatedly, every single one of us. Now, the challenge is being in a place of despair or depression or a lack of belief, to be able to, in that place, see the miracles, the magic, the opportunities that are there. It's almost like we put a filter over what we think is possible, and that filter also filters out what we can see as possibilities. And if you asked yourself, if you really had to stop and think about the last week of your life, and maybe you've had weeks like I have, where, the washing machine went out, the garbage disposal went out, the backyard drip line broke, and my water heater blew up. But there were still good things that happened. I mean, my house didn't burn down, so that's not really a good thing that happened, but it's the avoidance of a bad thing. And to me, that's kind of miraculous too. But what our brain tends to do is to always, and this isn't like because there's something wrong with you, this is how our brain works, is that we literally focus our attention subconsciously, unconsciously, not deliberately, but we focus our attention on the bad things. Now, why do we do that? Because there's a part of your brain that its only job is to keep you alive on the planet one more day. And so it sees everything from a framework of fear and a filter of fear, and it sees everything as a threat, as a potential threat to your existence on this planet. And the things that make you happy, the things that might be delightful, the glimmers of the wonderfulness that's in the world, we don't need to worry about that, because those aren't threats. Those are not things that are going to hurt you, kill you, stop you from being on the planet one more day. So your brain doesn't see them. And even if it does for a moment, if something magical happened, I mean, it happens, this thing happens to me all the time, where I'm looking for something and I don't have a clue where I left it. And no, this isn't like a early stage dementia thing. This is like a Carrie thing that has been there my whole life. It's an ADHD thing. I get distracted and I'm not consciously aware of where I'm putting something. So I don't consciously remember where the hell I put it. But there have been a whole lot of times recently, especially, but all the time, when I'll literally let go of I have to find it now. And poof, there it is. Almost as if, and sometimes I look up and it's like, okay, guardian angels or whatever guided me to this. Thank you. Doesn't matter. Something in you knew where that thing was and it guided you to it. It's beautiful. We don't think about those things because they're not threats. They're just happy coincidences. They're wonderful little happenings. They're just little things that don't really matter in the big scheme of things. Now, why can't I manifest a really big thing? Because you're not noticing the little things that are there all the time, and you get more of what you focus on. So if you don't let your brain focus, deliberately be aware and celebrate the moments, the little moments of miracles, of little magic, of little pieces of just glimmer of being alive on the planet right now, the sun touching your face, a butterfly that goes by, a really cool car that just passes your house, something that excites you, that makes you smile for a moment. And for some of you, it's like, yeah, I see the car going past my house and I'm like, damn, I'll never have that kind of car. That's a thought. A different thought might be, damn, that's hot. I could see me in one of those. Yeah, I'll have one. I'll have one. Lighten up. Lighten up. Get yourself back to that place before the world got a hold of you, where you could imagine and dream and see yourself doing amazing things that for the adults around you, I'm sure was noted as impossible. But impossible is only impossible as long as you think it is. The 4-minute mile was impossible until somebody did it. And then everybody did it. Well, not everybody, because Carrie don't run, but 8 people the next year did it because, I see it. Somebody else is doing it. It is therefore possible. And I'm here to tell you that you really can have anything you can conceive of that you see somebody else doing because you know it's possible. Now, the block may be that you don't think it's possible for you. The question then is, where'd you get that belief? Who told you that? Because that's not true. And that's just a thought. And the thoughts create our beliefs, and the beliefs create our actions, and the actions create our results. And then our results oftentimes prove up the thought we came up with. So to change your life, you've got to change the way you're thinking, just ever so slightly. And I challenge you for today, for tomorrow. Be aware, be on the lookout for silly little happy things that happen, because those things are happening all the time. And if you acknowledge them and celebrate them and are aware of them, they're going to get bigger and better and more often. And slowly by slowly, as you step into that new version of you that accepts that into your life, that says, I mean, for some of us, it's like, I don't know how to be happy. I don't know what that feels like. As a little kid, that wasn't part of my curriculum. You know, it was keep everybody else happy and I'll be safe. So I know how to be safe. I know how to be a control freak about everything. So I stay safe. And I know what it looks like when other people seem happy, but that's not available for me. It wasn't for a very long time until it is. Until you own it, until you see it and accept it and are aware of it. And then one day you take a big, deep breath and step over that line and decide, okay, I'm going to see what it feels like on the other side. And it's scary because the unknown is always scary. But like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, all the magic and all the miracles, those things are not in the past. That's all known. In the unknown that's lying ahead of you, that's where the magic and the miracles are. Go get them. Love you guys. Have a great day.